Good evening, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel tonight. Jack Vader here, alongside me, my main man, Mando, as always.
Hey, everybody.
So tonight, we're doing a review. What are we doing tonight?
Today we're doing the Jawa Sandcrawler.
Exactly what we're doing. So what we got here is the Disney Parks version. Okay, so there's several different versions of the Jawa Sandcrawler, and I went with this version because it's just got more features, more playability. So right off the bat, this does not come in your standard vintage collection box. So I will not be collecting this, but this is how it looks like. So it looks pretty good in the box by itself if you're going to collect that. But I want all my stuff to match vintage collection. So at some point, I'm sure it's going to be either reissued or they're going to do a different version. But this will hold the spot till now. So let's get the packaging out of the way and on to the playset. So right off the bat, I want to call this a playset and not a vehicle. And the reason I say that is because this thing looks great on the outside. It's got a great shell, but on the inside, you're going to see it's somewhat bland. So it'll look good, you know, as far as when you set it up with the Jawas outside, trading stuff like that. So, that's kind of how we got it set up right here. So, Mando, tell us about the scene we got right here.
So Luke is going to go pick up R2 and C3PO.
Okay, so we got a little setup where episode 4, where the first time we saw the Sandcrawler, where they're picking up the droids and R2 with the Death Star plans and the whole thing starts. So with that said, let's get on to this review. Okay, so right off the bat, I want to focus in on the paint. The paint looks great. Okay, it's applied great. There's weathering all over it. Lots of details, lots of panel lining, and it looks really good. A lot of speckles all over. I mean, it's just riddled with paint. So when you look at it from the outside, it looks fantastic. Okay, but with that said, I want to show you what the next feature is going to kind of show you the weakness of this thing. So this is the elevator. So there's a little button you press right here, and it does have sounds features. So every time you move it, you're gonna hear these sounds. So you hit this button here, elevator comes down, nice and smooth, looks great. But as soon as the elevator comes down, you're gonna see where it kind of exposes the inside. The inside just has that lack of detail. It looks like a completely different playset, completely different vehicle, whatever you want to call it. But the playability is great here. So with that, let's put this nameless R2 droid inside, press the elevator button and see what happens. And it moves up real nice, real smooth, looks great. If you open up the inside, he would be on the inside now. So it does have that really cool feature. And this is the feature that kind of set it apart from the original trilogy collection, which has a more vintage collection style packaging, which looks great, but just doesn't have the same features and is a little smaller. So let's get this R2 unit back over there and on to the next thing. So let's move up to the front here. I want to show you the next thing here is the cockpit. So the cockpit here in the front, you're going to see when you open it up, it lacks detail, okay? It just has almost no detail inside. It's got a few stickers, and that's about it, okay? But the one thing that it does have is you press these buttons in the back, and you got about 6 buttons in the back, and they got all different lights and sound features. You do have these lights that turn on, so when you close that up, it does look pretty cool through the windows with the lights turned on. So there is that feature there. Okay, so with that said, let's just go on through the rest of these sounds and get these out of the way. So here's the next one. What does that sound like, Mando?
The thing rolling.
Like the Sandcrawler rolling. What about this one here?
A Jawa talking.
That's definitely some Jawas talking. So let's move on to the next one. What does that sound like?
Elevator.
Maybe an elevator or something. Maybe the crane. What is that?
Just it driving.
Just driving around. What about that?
Droid.
Definitely some droid sounds. Okay, so you got a few different sounds, and also when you roll this thing, and it doesn't have tank treads. It's actually got some wheels. Let me show you that right now.
I thought the treads roll.
No, the treads don't roll. It's got some tires on the bottom. You know, maybe if HasLab comes along and they want to do a project, that'd be a great one where they actually made some actual better scale. You can't make it to scale, but a little bit bigger, maybe some tank treads better details on the inside, that would be a great one. I think it would do really good. Let us know in the comments what you guys think about that. So, with that said, when you roll it, it's going to give you that sound. So, like this thing, it's got a lot of playability features, so it's a real good playset for that. Okay, so let's just move it on to the front now, okay? So when you open up to the front, you're going to have the on-ramp. Okay, so it looks great, and I really wished, maybe a customizer would come through and paint this up. Just some kind of detail would have been great. As soon as you open it up, there's like a different vehicle. So anyway, you got this. Okay, so you got the crane and you got the Gonk droid. You can actually hook that up. Okay, just like in the movie. So that's a pretty cool little feature there. So you can pull them inside, pull them back outside, whatever you want to do. All right, so put this guy back over here. Put the crane in, close that up. Okay, now on to the side. Okay, so this is where, maybe if a customizer could come through, could really make this thing shine. But I mean, you can open this up, and this is where it exposes it. It looks very bland, very lack of detail. You can literally open up the front, and you can see you just kind of go through there. Gives it a big open area. I don't know, this kind of looks cheap. And this is supposed to be a trap door, but I don't know, it looks more like a storage area. I don't know. Okay, and you see the elevator here in the back, so that's where that would come from. And then you have this this fireplace. Hit this button, and I don't know what that's all about, but it does that. So that's pretty much the last feature you got there. So let's go ahead and close this up. And you can see as soon as he closes it up, it actually looks really good. I want to show you the back now. Let me go ahead and turn this off because we don't need to hear any sounds anymore. Okay. So you can see a lot of good details, a lot of metal weathering, some gunmetal. So it looks really good. Okay. So very, very, very good looking playset. And I think it does the trick, until something better comes along. This, I like it. What are your thoughts on this, Mando?
I really like this. I just wish there was more detail.
Yeah, man, I wholeheartedly agree, and probably a bigger one. Like I said, if HasLab come along, that would be great. So with that said, guys, I really appreciate each and every one of y'all. I want to thank you. The subscriber count's really come up as of late. I want to welcome everybody that's been subscribing lately to the Jack Vader family. I really appreciate each and every one of y'all, and we appreciate you and all the comments you've been leaving. Really helps us out and helps us give us more strength to do more videos. So
Yeah.
want to reach out and say thank you very much. So with that, let's go ahead and take it out tonight. You want to do it tonight?
Sure.
All right, brother, go ahead and hit it.
Everybody, may the force be with you.